Hey guys, we got our final video of the year. Okay, I know it's sad the way things ended, and I miss you guys. I wish we were all together finishing up the school year, but we're doing our best here. So here's your final video. Okay, we're all done after this. Appreciate everybody that's been working hard. And again, next year, you guys will all be in different classes depending on your ability. Some of you will be in pre-calc. Some will be, there's the kind of a middle class called analysis. And then the easiest class will be financial decision making. So again, depending on where Miss Ramsey and Miss Pluck have you, you'll be in some of those classes depending on how that works out. So guys, this is a review thing. Now this does go back with the last video, except I did tell you this is where we had to do that quadratic formula, okay? And the big deal here is there's a 2 right here in front. That's going to change some of that steps at the end where we can't do the 2 parentheses. When there's a number in front, you can't do the 2 parentheses. Now, what's nice, guys, we're going to do a lot of the same stuff, though, as last video. Okay, remember, whatever's in the parentheses, we set equal to 0 and solve. So because of minus 4, I'm going to plus 4. So remember, that 4 that I just solved for when I set this equal to 0, remember, that goes inside the box. Remember, that 4 goes inside the box. And then these numbers, remember, are my coefficients. Now, again, watch your signs. So that's a 2, but that's a negative 2. That's a negative 19. That's a negative 20. Okay? So again, just watch your signs there. If you get the wrong sign, that's going to mess everything up. Remember, if you don't get a remainder 0, you know you're wrong, because I'm going to only give you ones that should get remainder 0. Okay, remember, guys, the first number comes down, just like that last video. It's a 2, though. It doesn't always have to be a 1. Whatever that number is, it's a 2 in front, so there's 2 comes down. 4 times 2 is 8. Remember, so 8 box times the bottom goes underneath the next number. Negative 2 and 8 makes a 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Negative 19 and a positive 24 will subtract to make a 5. Okay? 4 times 5 is 20. Boom. Those are opposites. That's what I need. Remember, I need a remainder 0. Okay, now guys, just like last time, okay, these 3 numbers can go back into the polynomial. Okay, it'll be a trinomial. Again, last time we could do the 2 parentheses. Okay, but because I've got that 2, I kind of already said you can't do the 2 parentheses when you have a number in front of the x squared. So that's when we do the A, the B, and the C. Now again, this was on the board when we were back at class. Obviously, we don't have that, so I'm going to give it to you. So remember, negative B plus or minus B squared minus 4AC, okay, all over 2A. Remember, that was our formula. Negative B plus or minus square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Now, remember, I'm just going to plug these numbers in. So negative in front of B, and B is a 6. So negative 6 plus or minus, again, B is 6. So B squared minus 4 times A is a 2. C is a 5. Okay. And 2 times A is a 2. Okay, there we go. So negative B plus or minus B squared minus 4AC all over 2 times A. Okay? Now I'm going to just move sideways because I'm kind of running out of room on the bottom. Remember, negative 6 just stays. There's only one sign there. Remember, if there's only one sign, then negative stays. Plus or minus. Remember, guys, you type this whole underneath part in the calculator. Parentheses 6, parentheses 6, parentheses squared minus 4 times 2 times 5. Okay, I'm going to grab my calculator. I know that you don't necessarily have one, but you can use that. Remember that Google calculator on your phone or on your Chromebook. So parentheses 6, parentheses squared, minus 4, parentheses 2, parentheses 5, boom. Okay, a negative 4, okay, all over, okay, 2 times 2 is 4. Now, this turned out different than I thought it would, which is okay. I just wanted to get a number. There should have been a number here that's not a perfect square. But actually, remember, when there's a negative, okay, this will be good for the pre-calc people. If you want to stop, you're probably going to stop here on the homework problem. And on this second one, we would stop right there. That would be like 13, which means you can't do it. But actually, this one's interesting. Remember, whenever we have a negative, remember we bring out the letter I? Remember this? So this was actually, I think we did this for extra credit, because this actually has a little extra steps to it. Because now that I bring out the I, 4 is a perfect square. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this. Okay, I kind of wrote that weird. So the final answer, negative 6 plus or minus. Now remember, the 4 becomes a 2I all over 4. And actually, that would be the answer. Now, again, this had a little extra step than I'd planned, but that's not a big deal. Again, those are in pre-calc next year. We will do all this extra step. I mean, but we did the I. When you have a negative square root, remember, bring out the I. But then 4 is a perfect square. It goes down to a 2. I don't think you're going to have to do these last few steps on the homework problem. But I didn't realize it was actually going to do that. Okay? So, again, let's do another one here. Okay, so here's our trinomial. Okay, x plus 3. So remember, step 1, okay, take x plus 3, set it equal to 0, which means then I'm going to have the minus 3 to cancel. So x is a negative 3. Remember, whatever's in the parentheses is always going to be the opposite. So negative 3 is in the box. Okay, I'm going to take my coefficients, 3, 2. Remember, that's a negative 23 and a negative 6. Okay, watch your signs. Some people will accidentally drop those negatives, which is going to kind of mess everything up. I don't know if that cursor's in the way, but I'm going to move it. Okay, so remember, the first number comes down. So the 3 comes down. Box times the bottom goes underneath the next number. So negative 3 times 3, negative 9. A positive 2 and a negative 9, negative 7. Negative 3 times negative 7, positive 21. Negative 23 and a positive 21, that's a negative 2. Negative 3 and negative 2 makes a positive 6. Boom. That's what we need. Negative 6, positive 6, remainder 0. So that's a good sign. If you get a 0, you know you did it right. Okay, now this 3 goes with the square. Remember, negative comes along, negative 7 goes with the x, and then negative 2 is just my last term. Again, if you have a number in front of that x squared, you can't do the 2 parentheses, so we have to do the a, the b, the c. Okay, now again, over here is the formula. I'm not going to write that formula again, but I wanted to remind you, we're going to use that same formula there. Now this one I did this on purpose. This one is a little tricky because it's negative in front of b, and b, remember, has its own negative. So this was one where we had a double negative right there. Minus negative 7. Minus in front of negative 7. Okay, now negative 7 squared. Remember, negative 7 is my b. Got to have that in parentheses or it's not going to come out right. Minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. Okay? So negative b squared minus 4 times a times c. Okay, now this is what I was talking about. The double negative right there, that's going to turn a positive 7. Okay, now we can type this all in our calculator. So again, parenthesis negative 7, parenthesis squared, minus 4, parenthesis 3, parenthesis negative 2, parenthesis equals, okay, Now, this is what I was thinking on the first one. Okay, you get 73. And then the bottom, 2 times 3 on the bottom is 6. And now, if you remember, we did these. 73 is not a perfect square. It's not a negative, so I don't have to worry about the letter I. And boom, that is actually as far as you can go. So again, this is kind of what I was thinking was going to happen on that first one, but it kind of caught me. Got that negative. I wasn't thinking about that negative. Okay. So anyway, this is probably, I mean, what you're going to see on the homework problem right here. Okay. Hopefully. I guess if you get a negative, bring out the I. Okay. But a little bit more than I was thinking. Okay, here's your last assignment. Okay. Do it on a piece of paper, put your answer in the journal, and you'll get your credit. Okay. Thanks for working hard, guys. Here's your problem. So do your synthetic division. Use the quadratic formula. See what you get. Okay. So, hey, take care, guys. Whoop, that light is right. Let me block it with my head. Okay, right there. Okay. So, again, miss you guys. Can't wait to see you in the fall. Have a fun summer. God bless you. Take care. Bye.